he's dangerous. He's got dynamite in both fists.
This is a big fight for boxing fans all around the world.
How to exploit Joe's weaknesses and recognise his strengths.
Frank Warren suggested that the winner of this fight will go on.
Now, Dubois Joyce, we're Seconds Out, are having a watch-along for the fight where people can tune in and see our panel's opinions of what's going on as it happens, live on BT Sport, of course. You're going to be part of that, which we're very grateful for, and you've obviously got a unique insight. But I'm going to try and take advantage of some of that insight now, a few days before the watch-along. So, first of all, you've sparred both men within the same camp, like as they're training for each other, which is a bit, strange in itself. You don't really hear of that happening in the same camp. How did that come about, and how did it work time-wise as well? Like, who did you spar first?
It just came about by pure chance, really. I had a message from one of Dubois' team just asking me for some sparring, just because he recognised me as, being on the GB squad, being one of the top guys, amateur in the country, and maybe fit the size sort of mould for Joyce, and he messaged me to come down and spar. So I just went down to spar. It was just before I signed with S-Jam. I was still speaking to Sam Jones, but it was just a coincidence. So I went down to spar, and then Sam Jones said, come and spar Joyce as well. And I just basically sparred Dubois the 1 week, sparred Joyce the next week, back to Dubois for a couple of weeks, back to Joyce. So I just went between the two camps.
Oh, so you actually went back afterwards. So it's not just you've done a period one and the other. You've actually done 2 periods with Joyce, with Dubois sandwiched in the middle.
Yeah, I did both. I've done a couple of weeks with both. I think I did 3 weeks with Dubois, 2 weeks with Joyce, sort of broken in between the two, yeah.
Now, be honest, how much were either camp or both camps pressing you for information about the other side?
Yeah, not much really, to be honest. Martin Bowers has said it's not going to affect the outcome of the fight. You're sparring either way. And they're not really asking me, the respect. I've said to them, respect me as I'm just sparring for myself. I'm not trying to, cause no big stir up in the fight. I'm just sparring for myself. And even though Sam's my manager, he just respected that I'm going there to spar. I'm not going there for, information. And I just said both ways. What you see from them on Fight Night already is just no more I could tell you about that in sparring, really.
It's interesting that they would both pick you as a sparring partner, not because you're not high quality, because you obviously are, but they're not similar fighters to each other. So if they're trying to replicate their opponent, I'm not sure how that works. I
think, it's hard to find an exact match, for either of them, but in terms of, getting a big, orthodox, top quality heavyweight, so that's why they brought me in. Obviously, it's just good level of sparring. You can't always replicate 100%. There's not many Joe Joyces out there. There's not many Daniel Dubois out there. So, just get someone that's at a good level and, similar size and obviously orthodox.
And you've said what you see is what you get with the two guys, but was there anything with either man that you were more impressed with once you were up there at close quarters than when you were watching on the TV screen? Yeah,
I think a lot of people are impressed by Dubois, on the TV. He's got the highlight knockouts. But with Joyce, a lot of people, comment on him being slow and such. But Joyce is really, when you're in there with him, he's really technical and he's really skillful as well. And he's really accurate with his punches, his pressure. He's got great pressure, but he's really accurate. He'll touch you with the jabs and stuff that you might think it seems slow, but he'll touch you with them and then he'll get his shots off because he'll get the distance in and such. Joyce's one is really underrated, I think.
And I've got to ask you this, and I know you'll have been expecting it, and I've seen you the other interviews you've done this week as well. I've seen you slip IFL Umar's slip fast jab. I've seen you roll under Michelle Joy Phelps' left hook. But I'm hoping I'm going to nail you square on with this, and you're going to go out on a limb and make a prediction, even if your mind changes by Saturday when you do the watch-along.
Yeah. God. Like I said, you've seen my other interviews that people are asking me the same question. I'm not sure each week. I'm not sure, man. I'm edging towards maybe Joyce. If he can avoid the big shots early, I think he might be able to get him down the stretch as long as he's clever in the early rounds.
That's good stuff. And have you got kind of a horse in the race, if you like? Is there someone you want to win more? Obviously, you share a manager with Joyce, but I don't know who you got on with better in sparring, if you're friendly with either of them.
You know, I'm cool with them. You know, it's not like, you know, we're not best friends, but I'm cool with them all. You know, they're good guys, but I'm not. For me, it's just as a fan, I'm just watching it and just whoever wins. To be honest, it'll be great for them. It doesn't really bother me either way. To be honest.
Before I let you go, sparring with both those guys, and especially in close proximity, and they're fighting in a fringe world-class fight, you know, above domestic level, certainly. What did that tell you about where you are and where you can go as a pro?
Yeah, of course, when I'm sparring with them and I'm, you know, doing well for myself and knowing at the level that they're, you know, setting to, it gives me confidence in my own ability that's where I'm going to get to, and, you know, all the way up to the world level. So it gives me that bit of confidence, of course, and just allows me to gauge where I'm at before I've had my first pro fight. And they're, you know, 11 and 15 fights deep in the game. And it allows me to gauge myself, and I know that I'm at a good place going into the pro game.
Brilliant. Well, really, really appreciate your insight. Look forward to more of it on Saturday night.
Of
While the
course.
fight's taking place. We'll welcome you into our studios and our offices. Hope you're impressed.
Yeah.
And yeah, Saturday night, we'll look forward to it. And thank you very much for your time.
Nice one, man. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Sol.